Hi, everybody. This is Jack McCullough. I'm joined today by Judy Romano. Judy is the CFO of Intercontinental Hotel Groups. Judy, welcome.
Thank you, Jack.
And you're in Georgia the day after the election, so a lot of crazy goings on in your home state for sure.
Yes, we are here anxiously waiting the outcome of the election here.
As are we all. So Judy will be speaking at the CFO Master Class next week, and I want to chat with her a couple of questions I had. And first of all, one of the things that, I've always liked your kind of an unconventional approach to being a CFO. In fact, I've quoted you multiple times. You once told me to think of yourself as an enterprise-wide financial executive rather than an executive rather than a financial executive. But if you were to define your own title, but not use the words chief financial officer, what would it be?
Probably would say either chief functional officer or chief business effectiveness officer. So what I mean by that is, you're right. I think about myself as an unconventional CFO. I think about myself as an executive who happens to do finance, technologically driven, transformation minded, and really forward thinking. So as a chief functional officer, I hold a super job where I do multiple things, finance being one of them, working with the CTO on business cases or looking at strategy, looking at KPIs and key business indicators to make sure that the business is running as effectively and efficiently as it can.
No, that's great. And so you had an interesting career path. And so when you think back, I'm going to ask you to think back to your college. And so college years, excuse me. So what are you doing in your career now that might have been surprising to your college professors back in the day?
So yeah, I have been thinking about this quite a lot because I have now two kids who are in college. And at the university, we learned a lot about core finance skills and less about soft skills. So I think the first thing would be the importance of soft skills. So initially, your hard skills are extremely important, how you do your debits or credits or Excel spreadsheets. But as you climb the ladder, your soft skills, your communication, your problem solving, your influencing skills are so much more important. And the other, maybe another area on the hard skill side is the importance of technology. So as a finance major, technology was never in our discussions. And now it's all about technology. It's all about data, everything being integrated. And I think I'm amazing myself and on how much I need to know just to be effective in the role. So I would say these two key areas would be something that I would be surprising my 21-year-old self if I told myself that I had to do all these things to be effective.
Yeah, it's amazing how the job has changed. And like when you think people who aren't in the profession might be surprised like how important even something like emotional intelligence is to a CFO being successful. But
that's right.
It's been a long time since I met a CFO who told me they got the job because they had superior finance and accounting skills.
Yeah.
So on the subject of skills, what are the top 3 skills that you're hoping your team will develop in 2020 and 21 to really prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead?
So I'd say the first one is understanding data, right? So where's the data coming from? What does the data, what questions does the data answer? And how do we present that data in a way that non-financial people can understand? That's the storytelling. So data, in essence, is core to what we do. The second would be enterprise design thinking. So enterprise design thinking to me is how we problem solve, how we go out, how we ask those questions, the why, continuous improvement, a little bit of agile methodology, quick fail, and then learn from it and move forward. So having that base framework is very important. And my entire team has certification in it so that we all speak the same language. And maybe the third one is as we think about, I call it the triple bottom line. So profit is always absolutely the bottom line that everybody thinks about, but there's 2 other key factors to me. The first one is people, right? So you are only as good as the team that supports you. So people absolutely are critical to the bottom line. And the second one is planet. So we are more and more conscious about being green and doing the right thing for the planet. So when you combine the planet, the people, and the profit, then you are creating an environment where people want to join you, to work for you and with you, creating something for the greater good that is not destroying the planet around you and makes profit for the stakeholders.
That's a great answer. It's actually the first time I've ever heard a CFO reference that before. So that's cool. I hope a lot of CFOs follow that line of thinking. So, so at the master class, I know the panel you're on is actually something that you're skilled at and very passionate about, which is developing the team. And without giving away the keys to the kingdom, can you give a sneak preview of what you folks will be talking about on that panel?
Yes, we'll be talking about the importance of continuous learning and developing, upskilling and reskilling. As I mentioned, that part of my job is continuously looking for new ways of doing things, embracing technology. So I personally have been on this journey and because the pace of change has accelerated with COVID. So technology is just taking more and more over of what we did, and we have to find new niches where we are continuing to add value to the organization. So upskilling will be a very important topic that we will be covering with the panel, coming from different industries, different points of views, but I think we all agree the need of continuously learn and help our team develop to be competitive in the 21st century.
Yeah, that's so critical. And, I know a few people that they didn't really make it a priority to train their team over the years. And, I imagine that they're really regretting that approach at this point in time. So
I
anyway.
think there is overcoming the fear and then getting going. That's what I have seen in my current role from the team. It's just the fear of, oh my God, I have to do something with technology. Once you overcome it, it's easy going.
Yeah, I suppose like anything, right? So, but cool. Well, anyway, thanks again. We're looking forward to that. The CFO Master Class starts next Wednesday, November 11th. And Judy, I believe your panel is Friday the 13th. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, I just never thought of that. But that's actually the bad luck.
That's right.
Hopefully things will go smoothly for you guys. So, Judy, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks, Jack. It's a pleasure. Thank you.